Hi guys, it's Olga here, and today I'm coming with AALL&Create, and again I have a new die set going with my pre-existing stamp set. The stamp set was called Quark the Duck, and I love this stamp set. They have most exciting sentiments, and the duckies are just adorable. So all my ducks are hand colored by me for photos that you could see at the beginning. Those were promo photos, and I need some, cutouts. So I just colored them in. And then I had a brilliant idea. Why do not record the sample making process? So we will start with the grumpy ducky with the umbrella. And I have my ground mask off with the washi tape that I don't use so much as a washi tape. So I use it as a masking tape instead. And I'm doing some simple blending with Distress Oxide, and my favorite shade for the sky is a salty ocean at the moment. I wanted raindrops effect, so I used water. It wasn't visible enough, so then I decided that I will just grab one of the stamps. It's also an AALL&Create stamp from one of the previous sets, and I just stamped those droplets. And then I thought like, it will be too blue, and I add some splashes with really thick white splash ink. And then I thought like, yeah, that's enough. And that's my favorite part, when you reveal the masking. That's why I like masking, because you peel off the mask and you see this perfect masked area. And I get a little bit too overexcited and I forgot to mark when my ground is, to ground my ducky. And now I can peel off the bottom part, and it's perfect as well. And what I love about having die cuts, that I can stack them. I don't need to use so much foam tape to have this dimensional effect on the card, because I love when the characters stand out and when they are, dimensional. And usually I have to put a lot of 3D foam behind them to make sure that they will stand out correctly. And if you stack few die cuts together, it's like beautiful custom chipboard. I just love the ability of using the die and just stack them together and have this nice thick layer to put on your project. So I added a little bit of shade to my ground with the pencil. I love the pencil for adding the shade. It looks natural and it always adds something to the card. And in the die set, there are also dies that die cut the sentiments, like this one, or the quark. I love this one. Honestly, I love this one. Okay, to finish off my card, I added the black stroke, because everything have to have a stroke. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It just in my mind. When I don't add the black border, the project is unfinished. And I wanted his beak and his legs to be nice and shiny, so I add a little bit of Mod Podge. The glossy accent will work perfectly fine. I just don't have it, and I tend to use the Mod Podge thing that you saw on the screen. But I think that you can easily replace it with the glossy accent or translucent nail polish if you don't have anything. The nail polish will do the job as well. And that's the first project finished. It's quite an easy cut, and you can see how the beak and the foots are glossy. So we're moving to the next project, and I would be not myself if I would not use some glitter in the project. So in the previous one, I added also the Nouveau drops on the umbrella, the ones with the iridescent glitter. And this one, I just went full on, and I used the glitter cardstock as my base. And with the T-square ruler, I'm placing my sentiment. I have those letters from the Woolworth. It's cheap store here that carries a variety of stuff, including the craft stuff. And they have those stickers. They are covered with paper and mostly floral prints. I like the letters because, you know, they always have the same font, and they don't cost a lot, and they are dimensional. And as I mentioned, I like dimensional things. So yeah, I'm placing hello here. And when we released ducks, I did similar card, also with glitter and with Nuvo drops on the letters, and I thought that it looks so cool. Why just not revisit the idea? I'm playing a little bit with the letters because I really wanted them to be in the middle, and then I'm adding some Nuvo drops on top. And I love the effect that you have on stickers with Nuvo drops. First of all, I can change the colors of the letters and still have nice dimensional font. And second of all, they just look so nice and glossy, and they look just like nice. They just covered with this nice layer, and if you tap your card from underneath, the Nuvo drops will just level up themselves, and it's just really nice effect, and I love it on those letters. So this ducky, I stuck a few layers, so I have nice thick chipboard, but I still have to raise him up so he will be a little bit above the letters. And because it's the custom size of the card, I used the custom base from the cardstock. And again, I covered the beak and the feet with Mod Podge glossy resin, and because I screw up here a little bit, I cleaned it up with the piece of paper. And when my animal was already dry, I decided to add a little bit of black stroke. Everything have to have black stroke. I thought that, you know, just having bigger size of the card base will give me enough stroke, but I still felt that it's not it, and I have to add the black pen. So I just add this detail, and I added a few seconds to have even a little bit more sparkle, because apparently the sparkling paper is not good enough for me, and we are heading into the Christmas time, so I will overuse and abuse glitter every time I have a chance. I don't need excuse to use glitter. I love it. I think that it looks perfect. It brings me joy, and I love this card. I love how shiny it is and how sparkly it is. It's really hard to capture it on the photo though. We're moving to the next card. The third card is also revisiting the previous idea. I just changed things up. Instead of glittery background, I decided to do some ink smooshing. So you could see some worn lipstick distress oxide on the side, and I just used paper bag to put my oxide on the paper, and it's not watercolor paper, but it still looks fine for this project. And for this technique, you don't need to use actual watercolor paper. It will work on decent cardstock as well. And again, I'm using the same letters. You can see that they have a little bit different tone to them, because I thought that I will leave them like they are, and I wanted the girly pinkish card. But as the end result, I was tempted to use glitter. I did it off the camera. I would do it on this stage if I knew that that's the look that we are going for, because I covered all those letters with glitter. You will see me covering them with the Mod Podge glossy thing to have this nice coat on top of them, because I like when you cover it with Nuvo drops or with glossy accent, or with nail polish if you don't have anything else. The nail polish will work perfectly fine, especially cheap one that dries really fast. And I thought that that would be it, but as you can see, I was tempted and I used glitter. Unfortunately, off the camera, I just sprinkled the pink glitter on top of the wet Mod Podge and just adhered the glitter into my letters. And because it was really fresh, so glitter soaked into the Mod Podge thing, and I added a little bit on top as well to have this nice glossy enamel-like look that I was going for. I of course added some seconds to make sure that we have enough sparkle, and we are moving to the last card, and the last one is definitely my favorite. It's the simplest of them all. I just did some ink blending with AALL&Create Stencil. And the stencil is also my design, and I just did a rainbow. I never go for rainbow because maybe you don't know, I don't like green, and rainbow includes green. But here I used rainbow colors. I started with Fossilis Amber. At the end, I used warm lipstick and salted ocean, those three colors, and all the colors in between are, just blending. And while I'm blending, I will tell you that on 17th of November, stay tuned and come back to my channel. I will have something super exciting together with AALL&Create to announce here. And there might be a giveaway in the video for a few really, really fast viewers. So stay tuned and come back to check out the new exciting thing. And I'm super excited about it because I'm holding it back for such a long time, and you will see everything explained in the video. And in the following days, so it will be 17th and probably 19th, I will have a little bit more complicated project to share, because lately all my cards were more on the simple side. I don't say that it's a bad thing, but in case that you think that I'm super lazy, I'm not. I did also more complicated projects. I usually just don't film them, and this time I have a lot of footage and a lot of cool stuff are coming. So again, I use the same letters, and I sponge on some white thick acrylic paint, and I love this texture of sponging on the letters, so they are nice and dimensional. And I placed my last ducky here, and in the set there is also a small ducky, a rubber ducky, and you get a die for that as well. So basically on the cards I use all the characters and all the dice that you have in the set, so you can know what to expect, and you can take some inspiration in case that you have those sets. I'm placing my card on the folded cardstock. It's nice thick 300 GSM cardstock. I love to use cardstock as a base for my cards because usually they are not standard, as I'm trying to go for more squarish rectangle. I don't like square cards. I prefer when they are rectangular and when they are easel cards, and it's hard to find bases here. Probably I can order some online, but I always forget. I always forget about stuff like glossy accent glue or the card bases. I remember to order my ink stamps and, fun stuff. I always forgetting about the basics, and I'm adding some seconds and Nuva drops just to finish off the project. Okay, so that will be all for today. Like I said, some exciting videos are coming, at least 2 more complicated projects, because if it's a simple project, I give you few cards in one video, and there are coming 2 videos featuring only one project, but I went a little bit out of the box and out of my comfort zone, and I love both projects and I can't wait to share them and the big news. Yay! Okay, so that's it for today. All the links you will find in the description box. I hope that you enjoyed, and have a nice and creative day with AALL&Create, and see you in the next one. Bye!